What is going on, and welcome to the very first episode of The Blend. My name is Zack Cooper out of Ubisoft Toronto. I'm part of the Ubisoft community team, and I'm so happy to finally bring this show to you. We've been cooking it up for quite some time. It's been brewing, simmering, steep. I don't know, do you steep things that are cooking? Either way, it's ready. This show is very much focused on the community team and the community. So what it is that we are doing for you guys, and what it is that you guys are doing that you know, impacts and influences the way that we make games. With that being said, I mean, I know what it is that we're gonna do over the first few episodes, but I want you guys to influence the topics that we deal with, the questions that we ask, and the people that we speak with. I think that's also a very important beat. And keep in mind as well that what we want to do is have a little bit more fun, be a little bit more candid, and so some of the interviews are going to go a little bit longer. And we start off our very first episode with a fantastic initiative from a great team. The ComDevs For Honor have built this contest, which allows for two of you, well, I guess technically four of you, because we're going worldwide, to come to either E3 or GamesCom and represent the community as a reporter. So we'll dive into that a little bit. We'll meet one of the new members of the community team for Honor, and we'll dig into some stories from the Montreal studio as well, which is where that project is based out of. So with that being said, let's dive right in, have a little fun, and we'll speak to you in a bit. What is up, gentlemen? Thank you very much for doing this. I'm honored to have you guys from For Honor leading off with a wicked pun. There you go.
That's good. Yeah. Always start with a pun.
Yeah. I actually want to start with you guys. Obviously, you are the community team, or at least parts of the community team for Honor. And interestingly enough, you guys refer to yourselves by your nicknames. We've got Mr.Pope, who I can only assume is due to your time at the Vatican, and Emil, I guess your Space Elephant sort of nickname comes from, I guess, the Moon Zoo.
It's a street name. You're like a graffiti artist, right?
Not really, but yeah, we can use it. Actually, Space Elephant was a character that was animated in one of my music videos, because I used to do. At some point, I was doing a lot of music, and I did some music videos. So. And it became a gamer tag after that. So that's basically my gamer tag, Space Elephant.
And now it's your life. This is it.
Yeah, that's true.
A giant pink elephant wielding an axe.
Oh yeah.
I like it. I like it.
The last thing you will want to send in space, actually.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with that at all. So I want to talk to you guys, obviously, about For Honor, and you guys recently just announced your community reporter contest, which we'll be able to dive into earlier. But first, I think, you know, for the most part, and for those who weren't necessarily paying attention as closely, this was, I think, a really solid opportunity for people to sort of get to see you guys and understand who you are and who it is that's sort of representing the game on behalf of the development team and representing the fans to the development team. So I know you guys are sort of, again, Eric, you were sort of wielding a sword, and Emil, you had the axe. Does that sort of does that speak to the factions that you guys identify with in For Honor?
I mean, on my side, I'm definitely a Viking, so this axe is definitely the weapon of choice.
Okay.
Yeah, I identify as a Viking too. They use swords as well, not just axes. Okay. So I kind of chose this rusty old sword. Okay. I like to imagine someone, kill your enemy, pick it up in the battlefield, and then take it, use it as your own.
So in my mind, you were the knight, Eric, and because I identify as the samurai, I figured we could be the three best friends that anybody could have. But either way, we will forge forward, myself and a couple of lumberjacks. What was that? Actually, what was that all about? Because in the video, you guys, were once again, I guess, wearing very similar clothing. Is that just a testament to the natural chemistry that you guys have as the community developers?
We met at a lumberjack competition, throwing logs through the air, and my first day, which was actually not too long ago, I wore that red flannel, and Emil had his red flannel. So like right away, it set a tone amongst the entire team. Like, oh, you guys planned that? You guys planned your wardrobes? Which we hear every day now.
Yes.
So we figured we'd own it and put it in the video. And this one, we actually did not coordinate. We're still wearing plaid on the same day.
Yeah, exactly. So
playing to similar hues.
Yeah, if it becomes an issue, guys, tell us on the forums or on Facebook.
I mean, yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing what the community has to say, but I feel like at this point you just need to keep it going and make sure anytime you're seen in public together, you are wearing something very similar to each other. But I did want to get your impression. I mean, obviously, Eric, you're new to Montreal and you're new to Ubisoft. And Emile, you've been working on For Honor for a little over a year now. I mean, what's going on that second floor of De Gaspé? It's got a fresh makeover. It's very much For Honor. What are you seeing? What are you hearing? What's doing in the world of For Honor?
Yeah, actually the project has been under development for a few years now. It was revealed at E3 last year. You guys saw the amazing trailer. You've probably seen our development team playing live on stage. So that was a big event for us. And then throughout the year, we've done a closed alpha in the last October. It went very well. So now, I mean, we're prepping for all of those events for the summer. Obviously, you know that we'll be at E3 because we've launched the reporter contest. You know that we're going to have a campaign as well on the game, so the team is working hard on that too. And yeah, on our side, I mean, we're working on some cool events for the community, for some cool activities. So you guys need to stay tuned. But the team is fully functional. We're working a lot on the game, and that's going to be amazing.
Yeah. As you know, E3 is such a big event for the year for games. So there's a lot of effort across the whole team, like not just ours, not just the marketing team, but like everyone, the devs from every discipline, like really putting a lot of focus on what they're doing to really make a splash at E3 this year.
Well, I know last year when sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but you know, last year when you guys did come out with a big, reveal, the announcement of For Honor, I think Jason Vandenberghe, in particular, the creative director on the project, sort of took the world by storm just with his charm. And I'm curious if he was sort of able to sink his claws into you, Eric, being a newcomer to the company, how quickly that charm sunk in.
Yeah, almost immediately. He sits 2 people down from us, so he's very close. We all sit kind of in an open office environment, which is awesome. It's, no barriers, no walls. And right away, I actually took a work trip to Paris with him. So you bond pretty quickly with people in that sort of environment, and we hit it off. Like and this is something that you dream of as a community developer. He's very focused on our community. He wants to participate as much as possible. He wants to know what people are talking about, and you don't always get that in my career. That's something you want to have. So it's a real boon to the game. So I'm psyched to see how we can have him in the mix with us over the course of the next.
That's true. And the whole team is really community driven. They read the forums, they read our subreddit, so they are aware of what community is discussing, and sometimes they will pick a few elements to inspire themselves. So we're very lucky to have such a dedicated team. Every time we launch a community event or something, the whole team is behind us. They don't hesitate to give us ideas and support for everything you need. So anything we need, pardon me. So that's really we're lucky to have such a great team.
Yeah, it's a great feeling, and I guess it's a pretty nice transition, which sort of speaks to the interesting and unique opportunity that you guys have at E3, which is right around the corner with your community reporter contest, which you guys announced a little while ago. I guess now we're in the final stretch, but there is still time to submit. Give us a quick, I guess, wrapper of what it is for those who may not be aware.
Totally. So we're launching this community reporter contest. So we want to invite 2 people from the Americas to come with us at E3 and 2 people from Europe to come with us at Gamescom and act Gamescom in Cologne, Germany, and act as the community reporters. So to be the direct voice of the community. So they will come with us with all Ubisoft VIP access. They will produce videos there, and we will publish those videos on our official channels. So that's an amazing opportunity.
Yeah, so like on the one hand, it's a contest. We're going to take you to this event and fly you out there, all the things that go with that. But on the other hand, if you're a content creator, if you make video, like you're doing right now, Zach, like that's a really cool opportunity for that sort of person who is super into For Honor. Because we're going to push those videos on our channels and stuff. So it's a good opportunity on that respect as well.
So if you're interested to enter the contest, you just have to go on the contest page, forhonorgame.com/reporter contest, and you submit your video. You complete the form. You send us your video. It has to be 5 minutes or less, and you basically you tell us why you would be the best For Honor community reporter in the world, and community members will vote. And then when we have a top 10, we will form a panel of judges from the For Honor dev team, and we will select the 2 people for E3 and 2 people for GamesCom.
That's awesome. So, I mean, I love the initiative. I remember we were talking about it a little bit before it went live, and again now that we're in the final stretch. So if this is something that you want to do, definitely now is the time. Head over to forhonorgame.com/reporter contest for more details. And with that being said, gentlemen, for those who may have just heard about this, and this is something that they do want to do you have any tips for them? Anything that sort of might sort of lend themselves to faring a little better in front of the rest of the community and the subsequently the panel of dev team judges?
I would say, I mean, be yourself. We want to see your personality. We want to see how you love video games, how you love For Honor. So don't hesitate to put your own touch of personality in your videos. You don't need any fancy equipment. You don't need a crew or something. You can just use your phone if that's all you need. And yeah, be yourself, be natural.
Yeah,
any other tip, Eric?
Yeah, well, I agree. I completely agree with that. But also, if you have something special, if you can do motion graphics, throw it in the video. If you can do cool editing stuff, throw it in there. If you have a sense of humor, let's see your sense of humor. So like, find something that makes you special to stand out from the rest, and I think that'll probably serve you well. Personality is big, especially with this sort of video contest.
Tell us who you would like to interview there. Tell us what content you would like to create, and on our side, that'll be of a great help.
Can you sort of give anyone any hints as to what kinds of stories they might be telling from E3?
Oh. I mean, we're gonna...
Tales of Warriors?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
That's great, yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of information dropping at those events this summer, so there's gonna be a lot to tell.
And with that being said, I mean, I'm pulling your leg. I mean, E3 is right around the corner where everyone's going to find out soon enough, and we know that, For Honor is going to be coming strong once again this year. But, for those who, are certainly interested in the game and want to sort of engage with you guys and engage with the rest of the community, what are the best places to do that? What social channels exist? Where are people sort of coming together to talk about For Honor right now?
I mean, we're pretty much everywhere. You can find us on Twitter easily. We have a pretty active subreddit as well, so we have a lot of conversations going there. The Ubisoft forums also are a great place to gather, to talk to other community members, and of course our Facebook page and I mean our website. Yeah. You can comment on the website.
Comment sections. Yeah.
We go there every day. We answer your questions. So forhonorgame.com is the place to go, and all of our social channels are linked there. And me and Eric are pretty much looking everywhere every day, and our team of community managers too. So we're pretty hard to miss.
Yeah. Whichever network speaks to you, we'll be there.
That's awesome. And thank you very much for doing this, guys. You'll obviously be at E3 with the 2 successful winners from the Community Reporter Contest, and I'll be seeing you all there as well. So thanks for doing this, and see you soon.
Thank you, Zach. See ya.
Big thanks once again to Eric and Emile, Mr. Pope and Space Elephant, getting a little backstory and then hearing about the Community Reporter Contest. They have extended the deadline for submissions for us, for you and me, well, mostly you. So get it in if it's something that you want to do, and the community will vote, and the best will rise to the top and represent the rest of the community at E3. Before I forget, I do want to have a super serious and incredibly important poll in regards to Eric and Emile wearing the exact same thing. What do you think? Yes, you are for it. That stuff is super cute and you love it. You are not into it at all and you think they should stop forever. Or your third option, which is let's see what fate has to say, and maybe it's something that isn't planned but still happens all the time anyways. Those are your options. We'll reveal the results on the very next episode. And speaking of which, on the next episode, we're going to hear from our friends from Rainbow Six Siege, who will just have gotten back from Cologne, Germany, where the PC finals will have wrapped up, the Xbox One finals have wrapped up at PAX. Season 1 is done. Season 2 is right around the corner. We're going to preview that, see what goes into the creation of the operators and all that stuff. We're going to dive deep and we're going to have some fun. But I want you to keep in mind that what happens in the future is very much predicated on what you guys have to say as well. I want your feedback. I want to hear what you like, what you dislike. Hit me up in the comments or send me an email at theblend@ubisoft.com. It goes to no one but me, so we can build this together and have a ton of fun. I hope you enjoyed this first episode. I know I did. Make sure you like and subscribe if you want to see more and get those sweet, sweet notifications. And again, episode 2 is right around the corner. I enjoyed this first episode. Let's make some special magic things together soon. Super weird. Bye. What I'm hoping to do is basically bring you behind the scenes a little bit more, peel back the curtain and show you what life is like here, how we make games. I want to introduce you to some of my favorite people.